Of America's many influential families, one has flown under the radar for hundreds of years. Hi everyone, Ken here. Today we are exploring the homestead in Lancaster, Massachusetts. Press that like button to let YouTube know you enjoy videos about historic homes, and let's begin exploring this house. After graduating from Harvard in 1789, Nathaniel Thayer followed in the footsteps of his father, becoming a pastor. But unlike his father, Nathaniel had ambitions that stretched beyond heading a single church. At this time, there were some financial perks to being a pastor, such as free land granted by local governments for building churches and humble residences on, but Nathaniel still wanted more. He sought out disputes in churches all around Massachusetts to serve as a mediator, then would accept an authority position within each church after ousting the offending party. This led him to gaining paid titles in more than 150 different church councils. He kept an outstanding reputation with each community and was revered by many, so perhaps no one noticed that he was slowly amassing a fortune every Sunday, with each church forwarding a percentage of their tithes to him. He was gifted a parcel of land on Lancaster, Massachusetts Main Street and was encouraged to build a house there to make Lancaster his permanent home. The resulting structure was a 12-room, wood-frame house known as the homestead. While it was large for the time period, it was considerably modest and bare of ornamentation. His sons, including Nathaniel Thayer Jr., headed out to Boston with the family fortune, where they founded an incredibly successful bank. Jr. continued to live modestly, shocking the world upon his passing when his estate was valued at $17 million, the modern-day equivalent of over $500 million. Jr.'s son, Nathaniel Thayer III, inherited a large portion of that fortune and wasted no time spending it. Nathaniel Thayer III, who we will just refer to as Nathaniel from now on, had also attended Harvard and built a name for himself. In the same way his grandfather approached running churches, he had a hand in each major industry. From holding the position of director in multiple banks, insurance companies, and steel manufacturers, to serving as the president of the North Chicago Rolling Mill Company and the Boston, Clinton, and Fitchburg Railroad Company, and additionally sitting on the boards of at least 20 other companies, he was able to further grow the family fortune while doing very little work outside of monthly meetings. First, he built a city mansion in Boston at Commonwealth and Fairfield. And while he was living here, he began thinking about what to do with the homestead back in Lancaster. Nathaniel hired architect Ogden Codman Jr. to completely reimagine the homestead as a lavish country estate. Extending from the original 3-story core of the house, Codman removed 3 of the exterior walls to enlarge the 12-room house to a 42-room mansion. The house was then graced by a unified facade, complete with classically styled porticos, lintels, and balustrade, completely consuming the original house. The grounds were then cleared of their thick forest and reimagined with wide lawns and large ponds. From sunken gardens to parterre gardens lined with statuary, by 1902 the once rustic estate had been completely transformed. Instead of simple interiors, the homestead now boasted ornate spaces such as the drawing room with walls covered in red silk damask. The Georgian dining room continued this grand display of wealth, with antique European tapestries providing a backdrop for early Americana. The fireplace's lower mantel had been carved from a single block of yellow marble and inset with white marble relief. The library was decorated in earth tones, with green furnishings and carpet complementing polished French walnut panels, and an elliptical wall of bookshelves containing mostly leather-bound volumes. The gallery's oak wall panels were stained about as dark as they could be in order to best contrast each painting's gilded frames. Nathaniel enjoyed his version of the homestead until his life was cut short in 1911 when he passed away at the age of 59. At this point, the estate was sold out of the family and changed hands several times before being acquired by Atlantic Union College. Nathaniel's mansion in Boston was enlarged by Codman shortly before his passing and continues to stand to this day. Thankfully, so does the Nathaniel Thayer estate known as the Homestead, which continues to serve as the Thayer Conservatory. As always, I'd love to hear your thoughts down below in the comments section, and while you're there, make sure you are subscribed so you never miss an interesting episode of This House.